Previously on our last video at the ranch, Chris got the roof set above the dining room up, sheathed and covered in roof wrap. Stay tuned as he gets the first trusses above the main living space up in the house.
So we got Big Daddy here today. Jim's coming up. We're gonna try to get trusses that go along this wall over that wall. See how those go. Feels unbalanced, okay? You good?
Yeah, so far.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's gotta come to me.
Okay.
Okay, that's in.
Alright. Screw it in, baby.
Alright, so these trusses are going up a lot harder than anticipated. The issue is that the bucket or the excavator won't reach high enough, so we can't do them by that, so we got to manually put them up one by one. Then we had an issue where our length was too long, and it turned out that this truss here we had put up had a big bow in it, so we've sucked that in now straight. That's helped us out about 3/8 of an inch, and then we had another 1/8 on the other end where we had to tip the wall out. And then the fact that these truss companies seem to make every 1 1/8 of an inch bigger than what it should be.
After getting a few trusses in under their belts, they got into a rhythm and worked till dusk to get the rest of the set truss done above Riley's room.
morning. So, as you can see, we got some of those trusses put up. Jim's gonna come back today, give me one more day before he leaves down to Arizona. So our plan is to hopefully get the end wall truss on, since it's sheeted and it's so high up there. I'm gonna need a hand getting that one placed and secured. So last night we ended up finishing putting the plywood on it. So that one goes right up top there. Now the normal soffits I had before, I built the soffit frame at home, brought them up, and just, or I guess the 2-foot overhang, and then I just nailed them on to the end panel real good. Now this one, they've purposely made this truss 3.5 inches shorter in height here, so they want you to put a 2x4 on edge, which gets nailed into the truss behind it, and then it gets toe-nailed into here, and that helps support the overhang. So I've already made the one, so I'm gonna have to modify those this morning. And then my next thought was I was gonna rip a 2x4.5 and nail it down up top on top of our top plate, an inch and a half in, so that when we lift this gable end up, we can set it and I can screw it from the inside and suck it in tight. Just because, one, I don't have a ladder big enough here to reach up 20 feet. So we can't toenail it from the outside, and toenailing it from the inside, we'd have no idea if we were sitting flush on the outside. So I'm gonna get started on that this morning, and have a couple things ready before Jim gets up here. Alright, so here's a look at what I was talking about on the strip I was going to nail down. So I just ripped a 2x4.5, and then our overall thickness is 2.25, so I measured from the outside plywood in 2.25, then I nailed this down. So then when I set my truss on this top plate, then all I have to do is drive screws through this board into the truss, and it'll suck it tight, and then in theory our outside plywood should be flush.
Chris came up with the brilliant idea to construct a 2x4 brace that will attach to the excavator bucket to lift the end gable truss into place. With the gable end truss on and fastened into place and supported with cross braces, they move on to finishing off the roof above the dining room. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit the like, comment, and subscribe.